Hello and welcome to Team Liquid's strategy guide series for Abberus the Shadowed Crucible, Dragonflight's new raid opening May 9th. I am Telegon, and today I am going to break down the mechanics and strategy for normal and heroic Zskarn the Vigilant Steward. This fight has three main mechanics: Dragonfire traps, animate golems, and shrapnel bombs. Dragonfire traps exist as deactivated tiles on the floor of the arena that the boss can activate through casting Dragonfire traps or through animate golems. The boss will activate the two closest available traps with every cast, as well as two additional random traps at range when his cast resolves. The animate golems cast will summon several golems that seek out inactive Dragonfire traps to activate. These golems should be controlled through abilities like Death Grip and Ursul's Vortex, and killed with priority to stop them from activating extraneous Dragonfire traps. Golems may be salvaged when they die, allowing you to deactivate an active Dragonfire trap. I believe the most convenient strategy is to intentionally fill up an edge of the room with the traps cast by the boss that we can control, and use the golems to deactivate the random traps at range. The idea here being that when the boss casts Tactical Destruction, we can move away from an area we've already filled up with traps and don't want to be in, and go to one that is relatively clear of traps. Then we can tessellate boss traps together in the new area to maximize our play space, and move around the arena in this way to feel as comfortable as possible throughout the fight. So the main flow of the fight is this fairly compelling interplay between the boss activating Dragonfire traps around the playspace, and you, as a raid, attempting to manage and minimize the reduction in playspace while also engaging with the boss's other mechanics. The boss periodically casts shrapnel bombs, which spawn near players. These bombs would explode after 30 seconds, dealing heavy initial damage and a dot to all players. Therefore, you'll want to organize a soaking strategy for these bombs. If your tanks are powerful, the inactive tank can look to take care of many of these bombs. However, it is also reasonable to look towards immunities like Bop, Bubble, and Aspect of the Turtle, depending on your raid comp and your tank's bandwidth. You could look to diffuse responsibility into an immunity rotation, depending on how your raid is feeling. There are several other mechanics that exist to disrupt your flow while dealing with the above mechanics. Upon reaching 100 energy, Zskarn will cast Tactical Destruction, which will force you to move away from whichever side of the room you are currently occupying. The boss will also periodically cast Blast Wave, which deals medium damage and knocks all players away from the boss about 20 yards. This can be scary as there are multiple ground effects and overlaps that can make this deadly. You'll want to be positioned such that you don't get knocked back into a shrapnel bomb, active Dragonfire trap, or Tactical Destruction. On Heroic, the boss gains a new ability called Unstable Embers, which is a simple AoE pulsing dot on several players. These players should receive priority healing and move away from others while being avoided. You should be especially aware of this mechanic during blast waves. Finally, the tank mechanic is a simple stacking magic dot called Searing Claws that lasts 20 seconds. I am going to recommend you swap around 6 stacks, but I encourage you to feel out what is comfortable and the best timings for you to swap and soak shrapnel bombs if you feel like it is something you can take on. With that, we very much hope you found this guide useful. Please feel free to leave feedback or commentary below this video, and make sure to keep your eye on this channel as more guides will be coming out soon. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you in the next one.